जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोधानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोधानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदा नंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुनतीरावनचारि 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 जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारि यमुना तीरावनचारि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदा नंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारि यमुना तीरावनचारि जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। ओम अज्ञानां तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कथामय्यं तदान्ति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहन रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहन ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhaveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Narayanam Namaskrityam, Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Devim Saraswatim Vyasam, Tato Jayam Mudirayet. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया बहवते उत्तमश्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासामृष सुख सौनक भीष्मधल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्ग उद्धव विभीषण फल्गुनादीन् पुण्यानि मां परम भागवतं नमामि. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much for joining us today for the seventh day of our Srimad Bhagavata Katha. In the Vedanta Sutra, there is one particular sutra which says Vaishyamyena Nirgrinena Sapekshatvat. It says that the Lord Vaishyamyena, meaning where he is to not be considered as showing imbalance in his dealings. And then Nirgrinena means is being merciless or not being compassionate. That is not a true statement when it comes to God. God is always equal to everyone, and God is very compassionate to everyone. He is not imbalanced in treating the people, and it's not that he is not compassionate to everyone. He is always compassionate, and is always equal to everyone. And that's exactly what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshina astna priyaha. He says that I'm equal to everyone. I don't have any envious nature to everyone. Saying that, but we see so many differences in the world. If God is equal to everyone, is compassionate to everyone, then why do we see people are suffering? Why do some people are happy? Why do some people are not happy? Some people are right from birth, they are suffering. Some people are, no problem, they are happy. If God is equal to everyone, is compassionate to everyone, why can't he make everyone be happy? That's a question. It's a valid question. Two way of seeing this. If God makes us all completely happy in this world, everyone happy, then the problem is we will never have to think about God. Life is so smooth, everything is going fine, then I don't need any help. I'm fine with what I have. We will not turn towards something higher than what we have been enjoying and going through in this world. Life is fantastic here. Why even I have to think about something different than what I'm going through here? Therefore, the life over here has to be with ups and downs. There should be ups and downs. There should be pleasure and pain. There should be many different varieties of experience that we have to go through in our life. That's one way of seeing. Second way of seeing is the Lord is not deciding things on his own to make decisions. His decisions are all based on a factor of something. That means, yes, he creates things, but his creation is based on some factor, some condition. The condition is based on individual person's karma. Based on individual person karma, the Lord creates body accordingly. Based on individual karma, one gets life in certain ways. Based on individual karma, the lifespan, the knowledge, education, wealth, everything is defined on based on one's karma. One may ask this question, if everything is based on karma, why do we even have to think about praying to God? That means God doesn't have control of anything. He just let it go. There's a program, is predefined program has been set. Based on the predefined program, everything is happening by itself. I am suffering because of my karma. I am enjoying because of my karma. Karma is driving my life. Then why God? If everything is defined by karma, why God? Well, we have to understand karma has an impact on us, but then karma cannot by itself do things. It has to be overseen and supervisioned by someone else who is super intelligent than any one of us. That's number one. Number two is, yes, we are going through everything out of karma, but then for us to get out of this karma, karma is not going to help us. It is only God who is going to help us to get out of our karma. Therefore, we are under the mercy of God. Now, the point, going back to the initial discussion, God is equal to everyone, is always compassionate to all, but then the sufferings and changes and differences that we are seeing in this world is simply because of the karma that we have. And that's why we are going through all the differences. Keep this introduction in your mind, and that's what is going to be the discussion for today's presentation on the 7th canto, where Parikshit Maharaj is going to ask the same question. Let's get this one. 7th canto, first chapter, where Raja Uvacha, that is Parikshit Maharaj is asking Sukadev Goswami, Samaha Priya Sukritat Brahman Bhutanam Bhagavan Swayam Indrasyarte Katam Dhaityana Abadhit Vishamo Yata. Now he is telling, Parikshit Maharaj is asking, my dear Lord, my dear Sir, I always have an understanding that God is well-wisher of everyone. God is well-wisher of everyone. He is always compassionate to everyone. He is always dear and equal to everyone. He says this one. He is also self-sufficient. He doesn't need anything from anyone. If I'm taking care of someone nicely, if I'm giving some gifts and things, maybe I'm expecting something from them down the line. It could be our mentality, human mentality. We help someone thinking that tomorrow this person will help me. But God is self-sufficient and He is independent. He doesn't need help from anyone else. Even though that is true, then Parikshit Maharaj is asking, if that is true, for me, it appears that Lord Narayana seemed to be partial. He seemed to be partial, is not impartial. He seemed to be partial. I'm having a biggest doubt that he seemed to be impartial. Why is that so? That's what he's asking. Iti naha sumaha bhaga narayana gunan prati. Samshaya means I have a doubt. Sumahan jatah bat bhavams chetum arhati. I have this botheration in my mind that why it appears to me that God seems to be partial to someone. He's having some sort of a soft corner to some people and he doesn't focus on the other people. And Sukadev Goswami says that Sadhu Prashta Maharaja Harischaritam Adbhutam Yed Bhagavato Mahatmiyam Bhagavat Bhakti Vardhanam Giyate Paramam Punyam Rishibhi Naradadibihi Natva Krishnaya Munaya Katayeshi Harir Katam. My dear Parikshit Maharaj, understand the Lord's activities are glorious. Whatever He does is all glorious, is beautiful, is very attractive to everyone's heart, extremely pleasing to all the devotees. Whenever he does something, when we remember his pastimes, when we hear his pastimes, when we read his pastime, all our miseries, nashta prayeshu abhadreshu, all the problems in the mind and the things that we are going through, everything will be taken care and resolved. Even Narada says this one, great Vyasa says this one, every great Rishi speaks about this one. Therefore, understand the greatness of Lord first. Nirguna apihi ajo vyakta bhagavan prakriti paraha swayamaya guna avishya bhadya bhadakatam gataha sattvam rajastama iti prakriti natamano gunaha natesham yugapat rajan Hrasha Ullasa Evava. He says that understand the Supreme Lord is transcendental. He is untouched by the material gunas of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. He is unborn. He is free of any defects. He is always having all auspicious qualities. His qualities, Kalyana Guna means auspicious qualities are unlimited. And he is not conditioned like us. He is not touched by karma. He is not is always compassionate. He's telling all this list of things about God, Krishna. And then he also says that those who are infused by mode of goodness, they become devatas. Those who are infused by mode of passion, they become asuras. Those who are infused by mode of ignorance, they become yakshas and rakshasas. Jayakale to satvasya devarishin rajos asuran tamasah yaksharasasim tat kalanuguna abhajat. He says, therefore, every living entity is based on their guna, they behave accordingly. The gunas is based on their karma. The karma gives them the body, and the body is configured in such a way whether it's more of satoguna, more of rajoguna, or more of tamoguna. If more of satoguna, they have a divine quality. If more of rajoguna, they have more of asura quality. If they have more of tamoguna, they have yakshas and rakshasas qualities. That is how this is all defined. After saying this one, he gets into the next conversation. He says this one, let me tell you something. Sukadeva is going to tell to Parikshit Maharaj, let me tell you something, a conversation that took place between Narada and Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira is the older brother of Pancha Pandavas, five brothers, Yudhishthira. That a conversation took place. The conversation is a beautiful conversation, and that will help you to understand how God is not partial. He is not partial, he is impartial, he is compassionate. Let me tell you a story. And this conversation took place where Yudhishthira Maharaj was performing Rajasuya Yagya. It's a big Yagya, a fire sacrifice. As a king, he was doing this fire sacrifice. At that point of time, they were deciding on who should be given a first importance, whom should be honored of all the assembled kings and great people who assembled to that particular puja, the Yagya. Someone has to be honored to be an special person, and everyone voted that it should be Krishna. Krishna should be the one who should be honored to the best. But then there was one person who said no. Krishna is a thief, Krishna is a womanizer, Krishna is a liar, Krishna is a politician. He just goes on and on and on and on and on, telling everything bad about Krishna. Then Krishna was also present there, and that person who was speaking, chastising and blaspheming Krishna was Shishupal. Shishupal was a cousin of Yudhishthira. He was a cousin of Yudhishthira, but he was not favorable like Pandavas. He was not a devotee, but then he was against Krishna. He hated Krishna so much so. At one point of time, Krishna had to kill him. Krishna chopped him off with the Sudarshan Chakra. At that point of time, the Atma departed from the body of Shishupal and entered into the body of Krishna. That means he attained moksha. He got liberated. And that became a doubt and botheration for Yudhishthira Maharaj. He said, well, moksha, to attain moksha, one has to follow karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, or all these things. Some of these things which we all know, one has to go through all these things and attain moksha. But this Shishupal has not done anything other than criticizing Krishna. That's all it, entire life was simply criticizing Krishna. Such a person, how did it get liberated? How is it even possible? He was asking, Drishtva Mahat Bhutam Raja, Rajasuye Mahakrato, Vasudeva Bhagavati, Sayujyam Chetibhu Bhuja. He says, Sayujyam, a type of moksha called Sayujya moksha. How is that Shishupal attained Sayujya moksha? By getting killed, even though he was not a nice person. I cannot digest that one. And then Yudhishthira is saying that this envious person, he got a moksha. Aho ati adbhutam hi etat. It seemed to be, I'm surprised. It's a great wonder for me of a person who can attain moksha of such nature. How is that possible? And Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling, there was a king by name Vena. Vena was also very evil. He was so evil. Therefore, at the time after he was dead, he went to hell. Likewise, Shishupal was also evil. Why he didn't go to hell? But how come he got moksha? How did he get moksha? just cannot understand this one. He was asking this question. I cannot understand this one. How is it even possible? At that point of time, Narada Muni gives now Narada Muni is responding to the question to Yudhishthira Maharaj. He says, my dear Yudhishthira Maharaj, you see how a grass worm, there's a worm, grass worm, is been taken by the bees and put into a small hole, and the bee keeps protecting, no, not protecting, keep eye on this particular worm to eat the worm. But the worm inside is always fearful that when am I going to be eaten by the bee? Therefore, this grass worm is always thinking about the bee. As it keeps thinking about the bee like that, it becomes like a bee. It is an example given by Narada Muni to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Even though out of fear, this grass worm must keep on thinking about the bee, it takes the nature of the bee. Likewise, irrespective of however the person is, if the person is always thinking about Krishna, he will get the same benefit, he will attain moksha. This is a statement. Therefore, he is saying that kamat, dveshat, bhayat, sneghat, yata bhaktyeshvara manaha avishya tat agam hitva bhavas tat gatim gataha. He says that whether a person thinks about Krishna in a lusty way, in an inimical way, in a fearful way, or with affection, doesn't matter. Somehow or the other, you think about God. You think God as your enemy, but constantly think about God as the enemy. Think about God as your lover. Think about God as your lover constantly. Think about God as your friend. Think about God as your friend. However you want to think, somehow or the other, think God. Somehow or the other, think God. Really? Is there any example that you can tell who thought about God in these ways and they attained moksha? Why not? Let me tell you. Gopaya kamate, Gopaya kamate, and bhayat kamsaha. Now she is telling, Narada Muni is telling, gopis of Vrindavan, they had a desire. They had a desire to wanting to get married to Krishna. They want Krishna to be their husband, kamat. Therefore, they had a desire to wanting to enjoy Krishna. They attained Krishna. Next, bhayat kamsaha. Bhayat kamsa. Bhayam means fear. Kamsa was living with fear, constantly thinking about when Krishna is going to come and kill me. Constantly thinking about Krishna. He was in Krishna consciousness all the time. Gopis were in Krishna consciousness all the time. Kamsa was finished. He also went back. Dvesha chaidyadhaya nripaha. Now you see, now you got an example. Dvesha means envy. Someone was very envious of Krishna. That was Shishupal. Shishupal was very envious of Krishna. He attained moksha. Sammandat Vrishnayah. Sammandat Vrishnayah means the Yedukula, the dynasty, the Yedukula, that is the relatives and relatives of Krishna, they also attained Krishna because of the relationship that they had with Krishna. Snegat Yuyam. Pandavas were friend to Krishna. They were also blessed by Krishna. Bhaktya Vayam Vibhuhu. All the devotees who perform devotional service to Krishna, devotionally to Krishna. That's it. That's it. Devotees to Krishna, they were also attained a Krishna. Therefore, it doesn't matter. Gopa, it's okay. Okay, Krishna, that's okay. Gopya kamat, bhayat kamsah, dvesha chaidyadhya nripaha, sambandat vrishnayah, snegatu yuyan, bhaktya vayam vibhuhu. All these people have attained Krishna. But only requirement is that think about Krishna. Remember Krishna. Always meditate about Krishna in whatever way you want. In whatever way you want. Somehow the above, remember Krishna. That's how Shishupal and Dandavakra, who are the two brothers, they also attained Krishna. And then he says that not only that, even the Kumbhakarna, Ravana, they were also blessed. Even Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they were also blessed. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj asked this question. What did you say? Kumbhakarna, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, and all those things. Who are these people? Why they have to be killed like that? What happened to them? Who are these people? They said they are all one and the same. The names that I mentioned, they are all one and the same. They were the doorkeepers of Vaikunta, Jaya and Vijaya. Now you all remember the story, right? I'm not going to repeat the story again, but They all fell down because of the curse of the four sons of mind-born sons of Brahma. They cursed these Jaya and Vijaya to be born into the world as a demons 3 lifetimes. After 3 lifetimes, they have to return back. They have to return back. Ekada. That's what that narration is being given by Narada Muni to Yudhishthira Maharaj. And then the first birth was Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. And the second, Narsimadev came and killed Hiranyakashipu. Varagadev came and killed Hiranyaksha. And then the same person, Hiranyakashipu Putram, Prahlad Keshava Priyam. He says this one, Hiranyakashipu Putram, Prahlad Keshava Priyam. He says that Hiranyakashipu's son was Prahlad, who was Keshava Priya. Beautiful name, Keshava Priya. He was so dear to Keshava. He loves Krishna, Keshava, but Hiranyakashipu was trying to kill Prahlad, but then the Lord appeared as Narsimadev and killed Hiranyakashipu. Likewise, he goes on to the second one. The same Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they born as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Ramachandra came and he killed Ravana and Kumbhakarna. And the same Ravana and Kumbhakarna, next time they are born as Sishupala and Dandavakra, Krishna came and killed Sishupal and Dandavakra. He says this one. And now they are done, they will go back to the spiritual world. At that point of time, Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking, Vidvesha Dhaite Putre Katam Asmin Mahatmani Bhumi me Bhagavan Yena Prahladasya Achyutatmata. He says this one. What did you say? Prahlad was, I understand Prahlad was Hiranyakashipu's son. Yes. But then you said he was a great devotee. Yes, he was a great devotee. He had a wonderful qualities. Yes, he had a wonderful qualities. But then why his father was angry on him? Why his father was angry on a son who has a good qualities? Why he has to be like that? So we are going to go into the second chapter. In next hour or so, we have to complete 10 chapters. We'll try to finish it. The second chapter was starts with where Hiranyakashipu, who's father of Prahlad, Hiranyakashipu was very, very extremely angry when he heard the news that his brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Vishnu in the form of Varaha. We saw this few days back. Right? He came as a boar and he killed the Hiranyaksha and so forth. He was extremely angry. So with this anger, he took the sword in his hand. He spoke, some words out of anger. He called out his associates, all his associates, like Sambhara, Shatabhahu, Hayagriva, Namuchi, Paka, Ilvala, Viprachitta, and Pulaman, Shakuna, and so many. He called everyone together. He said, listen to me very attentively. Now I am ordering you that you all now go to the places wherever there are cows are being protected, the Vedas, the Brahmanas are chanting Vedas, and go to all these places, destroy their yagya, harm the cows, burn out the villages, destroy everything. When you do this one, my enemy, Vishnu, will get angry and he will come, then I can kill him. Because Vishnu, Govinda, Vishnu is very fond of cows and Vishnu is very fond of Brahmanas. Therefore, when you touch them, that's where the switch is. To make someone angry, you should know where to turn on the switch, that secret switch. They will get easily pissed off. Likewise, you said you go and do this one. Therefore, Vishnu will get angry. Then he will come in front of me. I will chop his head. He's saying he'll chop his head. Go and kill cows. Go and kill Brahmanas. Burn and destroy the villages and fields and any other places. Yatra duja gabaha veda varnashram kriyaha tam janapadam yata sandhipayada vrishchata. It says that yatra dvija gavaha. Wherever there are Brahmanas and gavaha means cows, whoever is following the varnashrama system, stop them doing everything. Because when you stop them, dharma will be not followed. When dharma is not followed, the Lord will descend and I can take care of him single-handedly. So Asuras, all the servants of Hiranyakashipu, they took the order on their head and they went and they started burning the cities, villages, and pasturing grounds, and the cows, wherever the cows been grazing, the gardens and architectural field, and all the forests everywhere. It was a lot of chaotic situation. People are running hither and thither, and they don't know what to do. But they also went and broke the bridges and gates and walls and cut off everything. They just cut off the trees, beautiful trees and wonderful garden, everything they started destroying. Anyone who was chanting the Veda mantra, they scared them off and stopped them and poured water into the fire and spit into the Vedic sacrificial area. They did all abominable things, all those things. At that point of time, Hiranyakashipu was thinking that if I have to fight with Vishnu, that means I have to become stronger. I have to become stronger. For me to become stronger, I have to do penance. I have to do severe penance so that I can get boon from Lord Brahma, where no one can defeat me. No one can defeat me. Thinking that Hiranyakashipu, he went to Mandara Hills. There was a hill called Mandara Hill. Mandara Hills. He went there. He stood there with one leg, not leg, one. He placed a toe on the ground, on the mountain, and then one leg on the other leg supporting, and his hands up like this, folded, and looking up like this for not 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, several months and years and many years. He was in that pose like this, which was considered to be the most difficult pose to do. Just standing on a leg itself, in one leg itself, very difficult. Standing on a toe, the big toe, for many days and months, years, it's not an easy job. He was not moving here and there. He was just standing and praying on Lord Brahma. He was blind. As things were getting so serious, as he was getting so much so, there was a scorching fire coming out of his head. And that started burning the upper planetary system, also started producing heat to all other areas, upper and lower and all planetary system. At that point of time, all the devatas could not withstand the heat. They all rushed and ran to Brahma. If there's any problem for the devatas, the demigods, they will first run to Brahma. That's their first go to customer service. They will go there, help. He went, Deva Jagatpate, Daitendriya Tapasa Tapata Tapta, Divis Tatum na Shaknumaha. They went, Deva Jagatpate. They said, my dear Lord. They are praying to Brahma, saying, you are Lord of all the demigods. You are the master of all the universe. Everything emanates from you. You are the cause of all causes. That's how we have to praise. Okay? They praise like this. Your cause of all causes. You know everything. Therefore, you are the savior. Pahi, Deva, Jagatpate. Therefore, please save us. It's getting heated up. Everywhere is getting heated up there because of this reason. He said, Hiranyakashipu is doing such a severe penance. Because of his penance, everything is getting heated up everywhere. Therefore, please stop this one. As this thing was going on, also it was many years as Hiranyakashipu was doing this tapasya, all over his body, the body became emaciated. That means the body was eaten by ants. The ants and all the small creatures started eating his body. But he did not move an inch, not even an inch. For us, even a mosquito comes, we cannot tolerate. Can you imagine the body is being eaten by all these insects around because he was just in the penance like this, like seeing up like this. He was like that. The whole body is gone. What was left? Only skeleton. Only skeleton was there. Every body the flesh in the body and the organs, everything is gone. You'll be wondering, what are you talking about? How can one live without body? Now you're saying there's no organs in the body. There's no lungs, liver, pancreas and heart. None of this thing, kidney, nothing is there. Everything is eaten up. What was standing is just a skeleton. But the Atma was still there. For the Atma to be there, none of these organs are needed. He became so strong in his tapasya, even without the body, even without the organs, he was staying in that skeleton form. Just imagine, skeleton standing like this. right? But some of the part was all covered with the ant hill, because he was there for many, many days. Everything was like that. At that point of time, Brahma comes. Brahma says, don't worry, we will go and take care of them. Brahma, along with Brihu and Daksha, he brings Brihu Muni and also Daksha. He comes to the spot where Hiranyakashipu was doing penance. He was looking around in different places. He was looking here. Where is this guy Hiranyakashipu? I couldn't see him. He couldn't find Hiranyakashipu. He couldn't find, because the Hiranyakashipu was completely covered by the ant hill. He couldn't see him. But the sound of he was the chanting of the mantra, whatever the mantra he was chanting on Brahma, that was coming. The sound was coming. He could hear that one. Then he understood that Hiranyakashipu is in this thing. Then he sprinkled some water on it, and then the anthill god went away. And then the Hiranyakashipu got his body, beautiful body back. And then as soon as he saw Brahmaji, he fell at Brahmaji's lotus at his feet. Brahmaji was telling, Uttishta, Uttishta Badram te tapasiddhosi Kashyapa Varadoham Anuprapto Vriyatam Ipshito Varaha. The Brahma said, Uttishta Badram te, all auspicious may fall upon you. Uttishta, get up. Enough is enough. All your penance is enough. I've never seen one person in the history so far. I lived as a Brahma, I lived for many Chaturyugam, many years. I never seen one person who has done such a penance ever. This was a serious penance you have done. I'm amazed. I'm really amazed. Therefore, Varado Aham, I'm going to give a benediction. Ask for what boon that you want. I'm really astonished by your austerity. And then at that point of time, Hiranyakashipu got back his body. He folded his hands like this and fell at the feet of Brahma, and he started glorifying Brahma, how great Brahma is. If you want to get some work done, you have to glorify someone. You can't just go and tell, hey, give me this one. You tell, oh, you're a very nice person. You're such a wonderful, like Karna. Wonderful, give me $10. Then that person will give you $10. You go and tell, give me $10, he won't give you $10. Therefore, you have to do something like this to speak and get something out of people. Hiranyakashipu know the technique. Therefore, he was praising Brahma so much so, and then Brahma became again happy. Is very happy. And he spoke almost 10 slokas glorifying Brahma. We are not going to go through all those slokas glorifying Brahma. Leave that aside. Now he asked, Brahma is saying, enough, now tell me what you want. What varam, what boon that you want. And Hiranyakashipu asked his boon, let me not die. Let me not die. He says that, Mrityurma bhoon mama prabhu, my dear Prabhu, my dear master, let me not die. First thing he asked. Brahma said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I can't fulfill your boon, this boon. The reason is because I am myself going to die one day. I am Brahma in a position for 100 years. That's all, according to its calculation. Once my time comes, I have to leave this body and take whatever the next my destination is. I got to move on. Therefore, I myself who live for this long, not going to be permanently situated in my body. I have to change body or may go wherever I go. Therefore, I can only give you what I have. If I have $100, I can give you $10. If I don't even have $100, how can I give you $10? I cannot do that. Therefore, I myself in a position where I'm going to die, I cannot give you a boon where you cannot die. I cannot do this one. And then Hiranyakashipu said, okay, that's fine. He asked me something else. Brahma said, okay, no problem. Ask something else. At that point of time, Hiranyakashipu is asking, na antar bahir diva naktram anyasmat api chayudhihi na bhaumo nambare mrityu na rarer na mriher api. He says, na antar na bahir. He says that, my dear Lord, it's okay if you cannot give me the boon of deathlessness, that's fine. But fulfill this at least. Don't say no. Brahma said, yeah, that's fine. Ask me what you want. He said, antar na bahir. He said, I should not die within the house or any building, outside of the building. It could be any building. It could be a hotel, it could be a theater, it could be a house, it could be a palace, it could be whatever it may be. I should not die inside or I should not outside. Tatastu, so be it. Then he said that I should not diva natram. He said that I should not die. I should not die. I should not be dying during daytime or nighttime. I should not die during the daytime or nighttime. He said, okay, so be it. Next he said, I should not die on the ground or on the sky, up the sky. What he's trying to do is, he's trying to put all permutation and combination to make sure he will never die. Because Brahma said, I can't give you that boon. So he's trying to work out in such a way that he will never die. That's why he's asking, I should not die inside, I should not die outside, I should not die during the daytime, I should not die during the nighttime, I should not die on the ground, I should not die on the sky, and I should not be killed by any weapons, I should not killed by human, I should not killed by any animal, I should not be killed by any other living entities or non-living entities, I should not be killed by demigods or the demons, I should not be killed by snakes or any other creatures, I should not killed by any of these things. And finally, Brahma was telling, Tatastu, so be it, so be it, so be it, so be it. And then he said, I should be the Lord of all entities, so be it, no problem. Brahma was getting fear now because pretty much all is just writing off everything here. And Brahma is saying, yes, so be it, so be it. But Brahma's heart was pumping heavily. Oh my God, looks like no one can ever kill this guy. He's going to destroy everything. At that point of time, at the end, he asked something, Brahma, no entities that created by you should be killing me. He said this one, Brahma, no one, anything that is created by you should not be the cause of my death. At that point of time, Brahma said, thank God. That's exactly what Brahma did. He was so relieved, so happy to hear that last boon he asked, that anything that created by you should not be the cause of my death. That's when Brahma became very happy. Why? Because Brahma creates everything. But who creates Brahma? Narayana. The Lord Vishnu, Krishna, is the creator of even Brahma. Narayana has not been created. Narayana is not been created by anyone, not even by Brahma. Therefore, he knows that I'll give you all the boon. Let Narayana take care of it. He said, Tatastu. After getting all the boon, just imagine if we get such a boon, how we will behave. Hiranyakashipu became very powerful after getting this boon. He went back. He became a terror for every planet, everyone. He started terrorizing. He just started terrorizing and capturing all those different places. Because he got a boon that he will never die, cannot be killed by anyone. Therefore, he started conquering the upper planet, the middle planet, the lower planet. Even he captured the beings like human beings, Gandharvas, and all of the serpents planet, and then Siddhas, Chanaras, and then Kinkaras, and everyone he made, all the Devatas, he made them as a servant. Indra became his laundry guy. Indra started working, doing a laundry thing for him. He took the cloth and putting into the laundry and dryer. And the Yamaraj started coming and sweeping the floor. Right? And Indra's Patni started washing the pots and cooking food for him. Agni started doing ironing the dress. And every Devatas were doing all this menial service to Hiranyakashipu. And they will do a best service, but still he will scold them. Hey, look at this. So many wrinkles on my shirt. Go, get it done. And then he will eat the food. Pooh, there is no salt at all. What are you cooking? And the Devatas were so insulted. Again, these are all not in the slokas. This all my own made up things. Anyway, so Devatas were insulted. Devatas were insulted so much so they don't know what to do. But Hiranyakashipu took the residence in Swargaloka. Now, after taking residence and became the king of the Swargaloka, all the Devatas were, including Yamaraj, they all became the servant of him, and he was having nice time in Indrapatna. The Indrapatna is so nice that the places were all decorated with corals and pearls. And the floors were bedecked with valuable diamonds and emeralds. And the walls were decorated, the walls were made with crystal. It's not with stones and bricks, all with crystal. And the columns, the pillars were made with Vaidurya stone. And then the wonderful canopies are all nicely decorated. And the seats, the couch they sit is all studded with pearls and diamonds. And the bed was so soft and so nice and made of wonderful, expensive items. The ladies and the women of that heavenly planet are so beautiful. They had wonderful teeth, and they dance in front of him and make him entertain. All those things were happening in the heaven. He was having nice time in heaven, very nicely. But what's the problem? Problem of the devatas, they didn't have proper treatment. They were in a pathetic situation. Hiranyakashipu was pretty much all the time he was intoxicated, always glass in his hand, drinking. His eyes were rolling because he was intoxicated, enjoying life like that. Narada all said that even I was going and praising him. Not only everyone, even I was praising him, glorifying him. Otherwise, I will be put into the prison. Therefore, even I was praising him. On all the offerings in everywhere, in all the planetary system, they were doing yagya not to Narayana, they were doing yagya to Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaya namaha, Hiranyaya swaha, Hiranyasuta, whatever the mantra they made up, like, Hiranyakshaya, bradare swaha, Diti's sanne swaha, right? Kashyapa putra swaha. They were saying swaha to Hiranyakashipu with 108 names or 1008 names, whatever it is. They were making swaha to him. They are doing all the offerings to him. The whole program said, anyone says Narayana swaha, their head will be chopped. Therefore, out of fear, everyone is offering the oblations to Hiranyakashipu. Out of fear. What to do? The cow, out of fear of Hiranyakashipu, Mother Earth was giving plenty of things, grains and vegetations, herbs, everything. If she doesn't produce, Hiranyakashipu will chastise her, punish her. Therefore, Mother Earth was giving everything. Cows were giving lot of milk out of fear of Hiranyakashipu. The rain was there was rain pouring on time. Not heavy rain, not no rain, no heavy snow. It all was as exactly it should be out of fear for Hiranyakashipu. The air was so nice, because if it comes too fast, Hiranyakashipu will punish the Vayu Devata. Therefore, it was breezing very nicely. Everyone was functioning out of fear of Hiranyakashipu in this way. But then, how long can you continue like this? Therefore, they thought, let's pray to Lord Narayana. The only way we can do is we have to pray to Narayana. Everyone pray to Narayana. Lord, do something about it. This has become too much for us. But at that point of time, they heard a voice, Ma Baishta Vibhuta Sreshtaha Sarvesham Bhadramastu Vaha. Every auspicious thing will fall upon you all. Do not fear. Do not fear. Mad darshanam hi bhutanam. Mad darshanam hi bhutanam. Tasya shantim karishyami kalam tavat paritikshata. He says that Tasya shantim, please maintain patience. When everyone is suffering like this, Lord is telling, please maintain patience. There'll be a right time. At that time, I will come and take care. All the devatas were telling, what is the right time? Well, the right time is Tasya Daitya Pate Putras Chatvaraha Paramat Bhutaha. Hiranyakashipu will touch my devotee, Prahlad. At that time, I will come and kill him. Until then, please tolerate, be patient. And devatas, all the devatas and everyone pray to the Lord, and they are rest assured. Definitely, Lord Narayana will come and save us. Therefore, they are departed. Hiranyakashipu had 4 sons. Hiranyakashipu had 4 sons. Tasya Daitya Patihi Putras Chatvaraha Paramadbhutaha Prahlado Abhun Maham Tesham Guner Mahat Upasakaha. Narada Muni is narrating these things. He is telling Hiranyakashipu had 4 sons. Out of this 4 sons, Prahlada Maham. Prahlad was one of the outstanding best son that Hiranyakashipu had. Guner Mahat, he has wonderful character, wonderful behavior. He is a reservoir of all good qualities, as good as God himself. As good as God himself. And it goes on telling that his qualities are so good, he's very cultured. This boy was 5 years old. He was very cultured. Even though he was born as an Asura's son, he had all Brahmanical qualities. All Brahmanical qualities. His character is good. He is very, very good to everyone. He understands the absolute truth. He has self-control. He has control of his mind. And he goes on, Narada Muni goes on saying that he respected all the elders to the best, as he himself considered to be a menial servant of the elders. This is something we all have to attentively hear. This is a lesson for us, how we behave with everyone. Now, with the elders, seniors, he considered him to be a menial servant and he serves them. And to the poor people, needy people, he became a father to them, taking care of them like a father, a needy people. He was like a father to the needy people. And to his equals, his friends and everyone, he was like a sympathetic brother, taking care of them like a brother. And he considered his teachers, his masters, and God brothers, everyone as good as God. Remember, one more time repeating, he considered the teachers, Guru, and then his God brothers, everyone as good as God. He was prideless. He was prideless. He was such a down-to-earth person. Although he was born to such an Asura, Hiranyakashipu, he was very, very devoted to Lord Narayana. He was totally different from all other Asuras. It's completely different from all other Asuras. As for saying this one, his qualities can keep on, I can keep on telling his qualities, because he has innumerable qualities. Guner alam asankyam. Sankhya means counts, numbers. Asankhya means countless, innumerable. Therefore, Prahlad qualities are unlimited. We can go on speak about Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Vasudeve Bhagavati Yasya Naisargire Ratihi. His attachment to Krishna, Vasudeva, cannot be also measured. His childhood activities, then he explains his childhood activities. When he was a child, he least spent time on playing. He was not interested in playing Xbox, playing whatever the games that you can think of. He was not interested in playing. Most of the time, he was sitting by himself, always meditating on Krishna, always absorbed in Krishna consciousness. He walks, he talks, he eats, he sleeps, but all those things happens automatically. But internally, he was simply thinking about Krishna. Asinaha, sitting, pariyatan means walking, asnan, eating, shayanaha, sleeping, prapibanna, to drink, bruvan, talking. Everything that he was doing was automatically happening, but he himself internally always thinking about Krishna. For external people, it looks like he was eating, he was sleeping, he was talking, he was doing whatever it is. They think he's doing everything normal, but internally he was always thinking about Krishna. No one could even guess about these things. Not only that, when he goes into his ecstasy, Kvachit Rudati Vaikunta Chinta Shabala Chetanaha, Kvachit Dashati Tat Chinta Hladi Udgayate Kvachit. Sometimes he cries, sometimes he laughs, sometimes he loudly sings. Like sometimes we hear some people go into the bathroom, they start singing loudly. They bathroom singers, right? He was not only in the bathroom, Prahlad sings, even normal in any other place, loudly sometimes he sings. Sometimes loudly he calls out the names of God. Sometimes without any shy, he jumps up and dances in public places. Sometimes it does that also. Sometimes he's fully absorbed in Krishna. Sometimes, not all the time. All the time is absorbed in Krishna and thinks about Krishna's pastime. Sometimes he feels like Krishna comes and touches him. Sometimes he feels Krishna is touching him. Narayana is coming and touching him. Whenever he feels that Krishna is touching him, that times he becomes silent and then sit and the tears gliding from his eyes. No one knows why he's crying, why tears are falling from his eyes. Tasmin Mahabhagavate Mahabhage Mahatmane Hiranyakashipu Rajan Akrodha Agma Atmaje. But Hiranyakashipu, his father, was very cruel to him. He tormented this boy. This is Narada is telling to Yudhishthira Maharaj that such a boy, such a nice boy, but his father tormented him. At that point of time, stop. Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking, why anyone has to do something, such a nice boy, why his father was bad to him? Why he has to do this one? At that point of time, at the time, we are moving into the 5th chapter now. Narada Muni said, Hiranyakashipu one day. Now is the time for Prahlad to go to school. Now he's telling why Hiranyakashipu was torturing Prahlad to the extreme point of even want to kill his own son. Yudhishthira asked, why so? Now Narada Muni is telling the story, the background of this whole story, why Hiranyakashipu was behaving like that. What happened was, Hiranyakashipu was, his favorite son was Prahlad. As he was growing, it was time for him to go to school. So he enrolled to close by Montessori school. He said, now it's time for you to go to school. Therefore, he enrolled him to the school run by two sons of Sukracharya, Sanda and Amarka. These are two sons of Sukracharya. He enrolled them to that particular school and said, you go there and learn our whatever the teachings of Asuras. So he went there. When he went there, the two teachers of Sukracharya, sons of Sukracharya, Sanda and Amarka, they were teaching about the economic development, how to make progress in life, how to make money, how to enjoy, how to occupy the other countries, how to take over the wealth of other devatas. They were teaching all this thing, and they were telling him these devatas are enemies and asuras our friend. He was hearing everything quietly, but then he didn't like the topic when it comes. These people are enemies. These people are friends. When he heard this one, I don't understand why you have to differentiate these people are enemy and these are my friends. For me, everyone's a friend. Everyone is friend. Why? Because everyone part and parcel of God. If everyone is part and parcel of God, how can you say he is my enemy, he is my friend? You can't say that. Everyone equal. Everyone should be. Therefore, Ekada Asura Rat Putram Angam Aropya Pandava. One day, at that point, even though he didn't like the subject matter of differentiating like this, that some people are good people, some people are bad people, some people are friends, some people are enemies. He didn't like this. He was quiet. He didn't say anything. He was just quiet. Vacation time, it was a summer break, and then he was let go to home. So he went back home. At the time, Hiranyakashipu, Ekada Asura, Rat Putram, Angam Aropya Pandava, my dear Yudhishthira. One day, when Prahlad returned back home from his school, Hiranyakashipu, as a loving father, he was a loving father, as a loving father, called his son, Prahlad, come here, beta, come here. So son Prahlad comes here, he takes and makes him, he smells his head and then embraces him, kisses his cheeks and kisses his forehead, and says, my dear son, at that point of time, yes, he says, my dear son, tell me, what did you learn in your school? Sometimes parents ask, what did you, when you go to school, parents come, what did you learn from the school? And then Hiranyakashipu has the same question, what did you learn from the school? Tell me that what you learned from the school. Prahlad says, Tat sadhu manne asura varya dehinam sada samudvigna dhyam asat grahat. He says certain sadhu manne, tat sadhu manne asura varya. He says, oh, best of the demons. He's calling his father as the best of the demons. Asura varya, best of the demons. What I've learned is very interesting. I've learned that this body is temporary, and with this temporary body, we live a temporary life within the family, and we get so attached to the family members, we fall down into the dark well of this material existence, and we suffer here. And then Hiranyakashipu, when he heard this one, I never heard this subject like this in our school. I never heard something of this topic. What is he talking about? He was laughing. Hiranyakashipu was laughing. Something has happened to my son. Looks like these topics, people, if they are talking about you are not the body, you are the soul, the life is temporary, and family attachment, you should give up the family attachment. This is all should be someone of Vishnu Bhaktas, devotees of God must have come and brainwashed this people, my son. The devotees have come somehow or other, they might have disguised in some way and entered into the school, and they corrupted my son's mind. Before he taught this one, he called to the teacher, hey, what have you taught my son? He's talking all this nonsense. What have you taught? And they said, sir, we didn't teach any of these things. This is not even in our curriculum. You see, he showed all the books. It's not even, we have not taught any of this. I am not the body, I am Atma, life is temporary. None of these things are there. We teach them, we are this body. Life is fantastic. You have to live life king size and steal and rob and do whatever you want, but have a nice life. Then how did he learn? Be careful. Take him again, teach him nicely, whatever our curriculum is. And he also, Hiranyakashipu also said, let's put some guard so that no other Vishnu devotee comes and teaches and corrupts my son's mind. So he made all this arrangement, and then he went back to school. Hiranyakashipu went back to school. When he went back to school, the teachers called Prahlad, my dear son, Vatsa. Vatsa means my dear boy, Prahlada, Vatsa, Prahlada, Badramte, meaning may all auspicious things come upon you, my dear son. My dear son, now Satyam Katayam Ma Mrisha. He said, without lying, tell the truth. Teachers are asking to the boy, do not lie, Prahlad, my dear boy, do not lie, tell the truth. Satyam Kataya Ma Mrisha Bhalan Ati Kutas Tubhyam. He says, you see, all other boys are here. They don't talk like you. You talk so differently. Tell me, how did you learn this one? Who taught you this one? They're trying to somehow or the other make him comfortable, to find out if anyone's coming and teaching this, all this Krishna consciousness thing. Therefore, can you just tell who taught you these things? At the time, Prahlad says, my dear sir, the topic that you are teaching to me, that Devatas are our enemies, Asuras our friend, Asuras our friend. That's something that I cannot take it. I cannot understand. But for me, I love everyone, whether it is Asuras or whether it is Devatas. I love everyone. I naturally get attracted to Narayana, like how a iron get pulled close to magnet. When you keep the magnet close by, the iron just pulled, the magnet pulls the iron. Likewise, I am naturally attracted to Krishna. No one is not telling, the thing is that he's not revealing how he knows these things. That's coming later. Therefore, he says, I'm naturally attracted to Krishna, like how an iron get attracted to the magnet. The teacher got angry. He says, I'm going to stick and beat you up. Don't ever talk like this. You have to learn what we teach. Don't bring up all this new subject and correct people. Therefore, they started teaching Prahlad again the same thing, same subject matter. Again, vacation, summer break over. Now, next spring break came. He went back home. When he went back home, father is waiting for his son. Father was, as soon as he saw Prahlad, hey Prahlad, come on. He again embraced him, kissed him, and he said, my dear son, what is the best thing that you learned from the school? Tell me, what is the best thing that you learned from the school? And Hiranyakashipu said, Prahlada anusuchitam thata swaditam kichit uttamam. He said, tell me the one topic, the best topic that you learned from the school. I want to hear from you. Just imagine, Hiranyakashipu is an asura, huge body, and a small boy, 5-year-old boy, sitting on father's lap, and without any fear. The father is asking a question, and son, 5-year-old boy, is going to respond to father's question. Tell me the uttamam, the best subject that you learned so far. At that point of time, Prahlad says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam, Iti Pumsarpita Vishnuhu, Bhaktirchan Navalakshanam. He says that, my dear father, the best subject matter I've learned is Shravanam, hearing about Vishnu. First of all, the father doesn't like the word Vishnu, Narayana, Krishna, none of these things. But he was telling that we have constantly hearing about Krishna, Vishnu, chanting Vishnu's name and thinking about his name, thinking about him all the time, remembering about him, Smaranam, serving his lotus feet and offering the respect and worshipping him and offering prayers to him, becoming his servant, becoming his friend, considering him all in all, surrendering everything to him. That is the best thing that we can all do. This is what I've learned. As soon as Hiranyakashipu heard this one, just pushed him off from his lap. He just rolled onto the ground. The boy just rolled onto the ground from the throne where he was sitting. He was pushed off. He just rolled on the ground and he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He just got up and sat. Prahlad got up and said, and then the father called the teacher, chastised the teacher. Brahma bandho kim etatte vivaksham shayatat satha. He said that, you fools, you rascals, what have you taught my son? This is not what you have to, this is not what I told you to do this one. What have you done? And then they said, sir, this is not our problem. Your son is naturally a devotee. We don't need to teach him anything. Naturally, he is a devotee. We tried to change him, make him become normal like other children, but we couldn't do it. That is why we brought him here. That's why I brought him here. And then Hiranyakashipu said, Namat panitam na para. He says that this son is no more my son. Now he's fit to be killed. The father is telling, my son is fit to be killed. Do whatever, he calls his Asuras. Everyone come here. Take this boy, do whatever you need to do, kill him off. Because he's poisonous he's poison to our family. If you let the weeds grow, it's going to spoil the garden. Therefore, he is a weed to our beautiful garden, beautiful family. He's telling his family is beautiful. He's an Asura. But he's saying, my family is a beautiful family, but in this beautiful family, a weed is growing. We have to chop off the weed. So take him and kill him. He is no more my son. Therefore, as soon as he said this one, then the Rakshasas took Prahlad and they were ready to punish him. But he said, will you stop thinking about God, Narayana? And Prahlad said that, Matirna Krishne Parata Swatava. He said, Matirna Krishne Parata Swatavo. My dear father, please understand, give up your anger. Don't be so materialistic. The more you become angry, the more you will get into problems. Therefore, give up your anger, give up your mentality of hatred towards Lord Narayana. Don't do these things. Because you're trying to enjoy the thing which is already been enjoyed. You've gone through enjoyment several lifetimes. This is not the first time you are enjoying. Punas charvata charvananam. You've been chewing the chewed. My dear father, what is the use of, you've been given a bubble gum, or the bubble gum, you put a bubble gum in your mouth, you start chewing the bubble gum. For the first 30 seconds or maybe 60 seconds, you get the juice out of it. After 1 minute, after 2 minutes, after 3 minutes, you've been chewing it, but there's nothing comes out of it. You just, for the sake of chewing, you keep chewing it. The life is like that. You're trying to enjoy something which doesn't have any juice in it. There's no juice in it. How much are you trying to enjoy the life? Punas. You've been again and again and again and again trying to chew the chewed, which has to be spit out. But you're trying to enjoy and trying to get satisfaction out of it. Therefore, do not do this one. You're leading like a blind person leading another blind. You are trying to lead your people, which is they're going to go to hell. They're not going to be saved. Therefore, my dear father, leave all this anger, change yourself, The best thing that you can change your consciousness is by taking, this is where Hiranyakashipu becomes really angry. The best thing that you can do is take the dust from the feet of the devotees and smear it on your body. First of all, it doesn't like Vishnu. Now, what Prahlad is saying is, go to the devotees of Vishnu's and take the dust from their feet and put it on your head and body, then you will become proper. When he says this one, Hiranyakashipu could not tolerate any further. He said, kill this boy. Take him away. Kill him right away. Kill him right away. And Asuras all just out of fear, they came, they pulled Prahlad, they took him with the Trishul, Trishul with the trident, right? They started poking on his body. Just imagine, Asuras are Asuras. There are demons. And this boy is just 5 years soft boy. His skins are so soft. Huh? But for this small boy, they're trying to take a trident and just poke him and kill him like this. Nothing happened to him. Nothing happened to him. He did not say, hey, stop. He didn't say anything. He was closer. Narayana, 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 everyone. Narayana, 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 Narayana. He was just chanting. Simply chanting. Narayana. Nothing happened. They came back and reported to Hiranyakashipu. We tried to kill him with the trident. Nothing happened. Everything was bouncing back. You kid, it's bouncing back. We couldn't do anything. He said, listen, I just told you, I gave you an assignment to kill him. Do whatever you want, just kill him. If you cannot kill him by poking or killing by a sword or killing him by the trident, do something else. Put him under the elephant. Let the elephant smash him and make him, a paste chutney. Let him die. And then they took Prahlad and took him and put him under the elephant. Let the elephant come and smash him off. But then elephant, instead of smashing off into paste, the elephant walked away. Seeing him, he just walked away. Why? He was just not afraid of elephant. He was just chanting Narayana, 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 Narayana. Then they threw him in the cave where there were a lot of snakes, venom. Lot of snakes were there. Not one takes no, lot of snakes. He was put into the snakes. Again, there also Narayana, 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 Narayana. Snakes were coming and kissing him and going. The snakes came, he didn't do anything. It just snakes went away, slithered and just went away from him. He came out of the cave walking happily. They were all surprised to see the boy inside the cave coming out unharmed. Nothing happened to him. Then they thought, let us roll him off the hill. They took him to the top of the hill, threw him off the hill, upside down. He was just rolling off. Narayana, 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 Narayana. He was just landing off safely. Lord Narayana himself came and saved him. He landed off happily. He walked back to the palace. What's happening here? We are trying to do. Then they thought, let's give him a poison. They gave him a poison. Before taking the poison, he again prayed, Narayana, 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 Narayana. I took the poison. No, nothing happened. He was happy because the poison mixed to the milk. The poison was removed. Milk went inside. Nothing happened to him. And then they put him into starving, not giving food, not giving even water. He was still alive. Nothing happened. And they put him into a severe cold, wind, fire. Nothing happened to him. Threw stones upon him. Nothing happened to him. They just gave up. They don't know what to do, how to kill this boy. They took him to the ocean to put him into the water. He came back again, alive. No one could do anything. So Hiranyakashipu became in anxiety. What's happening here? We tried all different means to kill this boy and we couldn't kill him. Then he thought what to do. At that point of time, the teachers came again. The teacher said, okay, give us one more chance. Let us take Prahlad back, try to teach him better lesson this time. And Hiranyakashipu said, okay, take him away. And then they took him back to the school. They tied him with Varuna Pasha. Varuna Pasha means a rope of Varuna. They tied him. I said, hey, Listen, from now onwards, you're just going to do what we say. If you don't do that one, we're going to beat you and make you into pieces. Already everyone tried. Nothing happened. But they were trying to scare him like this. But then what happened is interesting thing happened. They said that you're like a dog's tail. This is what they said. You're like a dog's tail. You know what dog's tails are? Dog's tails are like this, right? You how much you ever try to straighten it, it'll twing, it'll come back. You try to straighten it, twing, it's come back. So how much ever we try to teach you, you're like dog's tail going back again. Narayana, 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 Narayana. What is this Narayana, Narayana? Tell Hiranyakashipu, 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 chant Hiranyakashipu, not Narayana's name. But how much ever you tell, you're like dog's tail, going back again and again and again. Therefore, listen. We are going for lunch. We'll come back. Whatever we teach, you have to listen. They went out for lunch. They went, took a break, lunch break. The teachers went. When the teachers went for the lunch break, what Prahlad did was he called all his friends. Hey guys, come here. All his Asura friends, by the way, they are all Asuras, the demons' children. He called for everyone. They all came here. They said, Prahlad, you want to come and play with us? Prahlad said, now it's not the time to play. I want to tell you something. Listen, whatever the teachers are telling is not the real subject. And they are telling, my father is God. That is also not right. And all the Asura boys was completely got bewildered. What are you talking about? We thought, for now, we have been taught that your father is God. And whatever the teachers are teaching is the best subject matter. No, no. Prahlad, just come on, let's go and play. It's a lunch break, let's play. Then he says, my dear friends, I want to tell you something. Are you ready to listen? The boys were nice boys. They were very affectionate to Prahlad. They said, yes. Then everyone sit down. Come on, everyone sit. Sit. You sit here. You sit here. Hey, everyone sat there. And then Kaumaram Acharet Prajna. He said, Kaumaram Acharet Prajna Dharman Bhagavatan Iha. Durlabam Manushya Janmam Tadapi Adurvam Artadam. He says that, my dear friends, understand that life is very rare. Durlabam Manushya Janmam. To get a body is very, very rare. Therefore, we got to make use of our life rightly. In Dharman Bhagavatan Iha. We have to engage ourselves in devotional service and use our human form properly to go back to Godhead. Then he goes in Sukham Aindreyakam. There's a big chapter. The entire chapter is dedicated on teachings of Prahlad to his students, his friends, by the way. So we won't be able to have time to go through all this points. We'll only see some of this one. So Prahlad is saying that the Durlabha Manushya Janmam, the human form, to get the human form is very rare. What we do is the maximum one can live is 100 years. No one reaches 100 years, by the way. But assume that we live for 100 years. Half of the life of 100 years goes in sleep. People sleep, half of the life they sleep. If they sleep only in the night time, the calculation that Prahlad is giving to his students is this way, that 100 years, assume that people live for 100 years. And people only sleep in night time. Half of the life is gone by sleep. If they're sleeping in the daytime, afternoon, morning time, at work, it's not counted. That's all not counted, okay? That we have to make our personal calculation. Assume that we only sleep night time, half of our life is gone. Next, as we grow as a child, 10 years we don't know what we are doing. 10 years is gone. Half of the life is gone. 50 years is gone in sleep. 10 years as a child, age 0 to 10 years, children doesn't know what to do. Somehow they grow. 10 years is gone. From next 10 years, they spend time in studying and going to school and trying to achieve something and become a sportsman or whatever it may be. 10 years is gone. 20 years is gone. 50 plus 10 plus 10, 20 years is gone. 70 years is gone. And then the rest of the year, they try to make family and earn for the family, take care of the family, please the family members. Some of this time is gone. And last left out 10 years, they become old. When they become old, they become worries about the disease. Now they think about disease. What is going to happen to me? In Bhajagovindam, by the great saint by Adi Shankaracharya, he says, Balastavat krida saktaha tarunastavat taruni saktaha vriddhastavat chinta saktaha parame brahmani kopina saktaha. He says that balastavat krida saktaha. When we are child, we are so busy playing games. Next, Tarunatsava Taruni Saktaha. When we become youth, when we become young adult, then we become engaged in affairs, family affairs. Men attracted to women, women attracted to men, husband and wife, so but we lead that life. Next, Vriddhastava Chinta Saktaha. When we become old, we become worried about, I wasted my life. I have disease. I have a toothache. I have knee problem. I have that problem. That is what happens in the life. And where is the time for you to think about God? There is no time for you to think about God. And that is exactly what Prahlad Maharaj is telling over here. Therefore, we are running after money as a honey. But that honey is not going to give us a real happiness. Is more you try to settle down in this world, the more the problem comes. Therefore, you are risking your life, my dear friends. You have to become serious and take bhakti in your life. Bhakti is the only way where you can all be happy. The more you try to get attached to material things, you will be suffering more. Therefore, understand Narayana is the Supreme Father. Narayana is the Supreme Father, well-wisher of everyone. He is a friend of everyone. He is a father of everyone. He is a protector of everyone. Therefore, take shelter at the lotus feet of the Narayana, and our life will be successful. When this message teachings were given by Prahlad to all the students were become so happy. Now tell us what we are supposed to do. And Prahlad said, well, let's everyone chant Narayana's name. Narayana, 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 Narayana. Everyone students started chanting names of Narayana and started jumping, dancing up and down. The whole environment has changed that everyone's doing Nama Sankirtan. At the time, the teachers came. The teacher who went for lunch break, they just came. When they saw this scene, they got literally extremely angry. They thought, we thought that only this boy is spoiled. Now this spoiled kid is spoiling other students also. He's making everyone devotees. So this is out of control. At this point of time, we give up on this boy. We cannot change this boy. Let his father deal with this boy. Let the father deal with it. He just pulled him off by his hands and pulled him right to his father's place and threw him out with the father said, we cannot deal with this boy. It's very difficult. Now he also started preaching to all the students. Now in the school, everyone is not chanting your name. They are chanting Narayana's name. That's what is happening there. And when Hiranyakashipu heard this one, he became really angry, very angry. Yeah, there's one particular section that I'm skipping that we'll see how it goes. But anyway, the point here is when he was teaching us, let me take 2 minutes to tell this one. When Prahlad was teaching all this thing, the fascinated friends of Prahlad was asking, this is all wonderful. We never ever heard such things from our teachers. Our teachers always teaching about, how to kill people, how to torture people, how to take rob people. This is what he's been teaching us. But what you taught, our heart becomes so happy and pleased. Tell me, how did you learn this one? Prahlad, how did you learn this one? At that point of time, Prahlad said, I'll tell you really quickly because the time is running now. I got to tell you real quickly. When my father went to do penance, at the time, my mother was pregnant. She was carrying me in her womb. At the time, my father left home. My mother was, at one particular time, my mother was alone. That time, Indra came. Indra came. He was trying to take my mother away from that place, knowing that my mother is pregnant and I'm going to be born, and he want to kill me because he knows I'm son of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was so powerful and he made an assumption that I will also be terrible. I will also be terrible. Therefore, he wanted to kill me. While he was taking my mother and going, at the time Narada Muni came and he stopped Indra and told, what are you doing, Indra? Why are you stealing? This is becoming your business all the time. You steal someone's wife all the time. Stop this business, my friend. No, 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 no. This is not for any other reason. I want to keep her in my place, and I want to wait until she delivers the baby, and I want to kill the baby. Why you want to kill the baby? Oh, because he's going to be son of Hiranyakashipu. You know how Hiranyakashipu is. We cannot control Hiranyakashipu, and his son is going to be much more greater than Hiranyakashipu. We'll kill him. Therefore, we want to kill him. Narada Muni said, excuse me, he is sinless. He is a great devotee of Vishnu. He is going to be praised by all the great rishis and munis and years to come. Therefore, do not think like that. He is a great Mahabhagavata. Leave this lady alone. And hearing this one, Indra left, obeyed the order, he left and he went back. But Narada Muni took Kayadu, Hiranyakashipu's wife name was Kayadu. He took Kayadu to his ashram and took care of Kayadu. And Kayadu was serving Narada Muni every day, menial service, whatever she could do. At the same time, Narada Muni was also every day giving Bhagavatam class to Kayadu. Because it is very important when you are pregnant, when you are expecting a baby, at that point of time, you have to hear only good things. Put kirtan, put bhajan, and listen to Bhagavad Katha, and all those things. It's very important at that time to hear these things so that the child inside the womb also start hearing about God. Therefore, when Narada Muni was teaching, in giving instruction, telling Krishna Katha, Kayadu was also listening. Prahlad was growing inside was also listening. And Prahlad said, that is how I learned everything from my Guru Narada Muni. But my mother forgot. I did not forget. I did not forget. Therefore, I beg you all. Prahlad is telling, I beg you all, Bhavatam api bhoyam me yadi shraddate vachaha. I'm begging you all to take up bhakti, Krishna consciousness very seriously in your life. So become a good devotee. In that way, you can perfect your life and make use of the life, the body that God has given you in His service. But then Hiranyakashipu did not like this. All the message was shared. Whatever happened in the school, every information was given to Hiranyakashipu by the teachers. And Hiranyakashipu became so very angry. At this point of time, Hiranyakashipu said, I am going to kill you by my own hands. I'm going to kill you by my own hands. He said that, Prahlad, he says this one, hey, Durvinita Mandaman, oh foolish person, a foolish boy, Kulabheda, you foolish boy, where did you come from? You appeared in my family to spoil my family name. You're just like a unwanted poisonous tree. You have to be chopped off. The root has to be chopped. If I don't kill you, my kulam will be nasam. My dynasty will be spoiled. You are a poison in my family. Therefore, I want to kill you. At that point of time, Prahlad says, and then Hiranyakashipu asks, tell me one thing before I kill you. Where did you get the power from? He says, where did you get this power from? How did you become so powerful? And then Prahlad says this one, my dear father, na kevalame bhavatascha rajan. Even at that point of time, Prahlad was very soft spoken. He was not screaming. He was not yelling at his father. He was not fearful. He was with sweet voice. He said, my dear father, na kevalam me bhavatascha rajan savai bhalam balinam paresham cha paresham. He said, my dear father, the strength that I got, the source of my strength is the same source where you got your strength from. Wherever you got your strength, that is where I got my strength from. Everyone who is strong in this world, they all got the strength from the same source. If you are good in your studies, what is the source of this? Your intelligence? That is the source of my intelligence also. If you're skilled in something, what is the source of your skill? That is the same source for my skill also. So, source is one. We derive our strength, we derive our power, we derive our skills, everything that same source. Hiranyakashipu asked, who is that source? Who is that source? I said, Narayana. He said, Narayana, Krishna is the source of all the power in you and power in me. At this point of time, Hiranyakashipu could not take any further, and he said, you keep talking Narayana, 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 that my enemy's name, and you say that he is present everywhere. He's everywhere. You say that he's inside, he's outside, he's in this building, he's that in building, he's in this laptop, in this camera, he's in the cell phone, he's within ourselves, he's sitting with us in the heart, he's in this pillar, he's on that pillar. Tell me one thing. Is he present in this pillar? He pointed to one pillar. He was still angrily speaking to his son. Is your Lord Narayana present in this pillar? He asked this one. Yes, Tvaya Manda Bhagyoto Mad Anyo Jagat Ishwarah Kwaso Yatisa Sarvatra Kasmat Thambe Na Drishyate. He said that you said your God is present everywhere. Is your God, Stambham means pillar, Stambhe means pillar, is your God present also in this pillar? Prahlad says, my dear father, what is the question you're asking about? He is not only present in this pillar, he is present in this pillar, that pillar, this pillar. He is present in all the pillars. Hey, stop. I asked you a specific question. Is your God present in this pillar? Say yes or no. And I said, if you say yes, I'm going to break open this pillar. I'm going to actually kill you. This is what he said. I'm going to kill you. Let's see if your God comes and saves you. I am as a lion, you as an elephant. I'm going to break open your head. I'll break open your chest, kill you apart by opening your body apart. This is what he says to a 5-year-old boy. A father can father speak something like this to a 5-year-old kid? But the father was so terrible. He was talking this harsh word to a 5-year-old boy. I'm going to chop you, cut into pieces, and I drink your blood. I take the blood of yours and pour it on my brother's dead body, so he'll be also satisfied. I'll kill Vishnu. If he comes to protect you, I'll kill Vishnu, take the blood of the Vishnu and pour it in that place where my brother was cremated. I'll pour it so that my brother becomes Shanti. This is what I'm going to do. Therefore, I'm going to come. He just jumped off his throne. At that point, he went to the pillar where he was just pointing that pillar. And at that point, with his fist, he just punched heavily on the pillar. He just punched on this pillar with great anger. Sometimes you get anger. People get angry. They don't know what to do. They take the thing, whatever they get in their hand, they throw things off here and there out of anger. Like that. So, like that, Hiranyakashipu came up and that just hit heavily on that pillar. At that point of time, Satyam Vidhatum Nijabritta Bhashitam, beautifully, that Satyam, to keep Prahlad said, yes, my Lord is present everywhere. Since you're asking if my Lord is present in this particular pillar, I'll tell you, yes, he is present in that pillar also. When he said this one, Hiranyakashipu punched on this pillar, and then to prove the word of his devotee, what did Prahlad say? Yes, my Lord is present in the pillar. To prove the okay. To prove the word of his to prove the word of to his devotee, the Lord is going to do something very interesting. Satyam is saying, Satyam vidhatum nijabritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akileshu chatmanah adrishtyate ati adbhuta rupam udbaham tambe sabhayam na mrigam na manusham. Beautiful. To prove the word of his devotee who said, yes, the Lord is present in the pillar. And Adbhutam is wondrous, amazing, beautiful form appeared from the pillar, the form which cannot be classified whether it's a human form or an animal form. Stambhe Sabhayam. Sabhayam means in the assembly, there was a pillar. From the pillar, something is appearing. Na mrigam, na manusham. Neither it is a animal nor it is a human. It's something like that. Something was coming, but there was a heavy roaring sound. The sound was just piercing and cracking the skies and going even beyond the sky to higher planetary systems, where all the Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinkaras, and all those people, including the Devata, their heart shattered for a minute. Where is this sound, tumultuous sound is coming from? They don't know what is this. And then at that point of time, even Hiranyakashipu was looking here and there where the sound is coming from. He looked towards the pillar. When he looked at the pillar, Bhugandam Varanandam Paravara Viratam Dambadamboridambam Dim 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 Didim Bum Dadamahidamaig Jampa Jampai Se Jampai Tulyas Tu Tulyah Dumadumadumakaihi Kunkumankaihi Etate Purna Yuktam Maharahar Patumam Narasimha. The Narasimha Lord came half man, half lion, roaring. He just came out of the pillar, breaking the pillar into pieces. He just appeared out of the pillar. He jumped off and then he started fighting and chasing Hiranyakashipu with his club, fighting with Narasimha. His name is Lord Narasimha. Nara means human. Shima means lion. Half lion, half human, and half lion. Together, Narasimha. He was just having such a form, fearful form, with angry eyes, because devotee is being tortured like this. Angry eyes. His eyes, manes was everywhere, spreading everywhere. The teeth was deadly, and with a sharp, laser sharp tongue like this, he was doing like this, and he was just jumping out. And then as he's jumping out, he just tried to chase and catch hold of Hiranyakashipu. There was a fight between Hiranyakashipu and Narasimhadev, and it was the right time. At that point of time, Hiranyakashipu was picked like a Garuda snatches a snake. The eagle catch hold of the snakes. The vulture catch hold of the snake. Likewise, Narasimhadev caught hold of Hiranyakashipu. He ran towards the entrance of the entrance, towards the entrance near the door. He sat there. He took Hiranyakashipu, put on his lap, with his nail finger, tear him apart. He tear him apart, took the intestine, wore as a garland. He wore as a garland. And Hiranyakashipu was finished, dead. He was dead. Now the question is, well, he was supposed to be not killed by anyone, not to be killed by anyone. That was the boon he got from Brahma. I shouldn't be killed by animal, not by human, nor inside, nor outside, not by the weapon, living entity, non-living entity, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Kinkara, snakes, reptiles, Garuda, any of those things. What happened to all the boon? All the boons were satisfied. All the boons were satisfied. It was neither inside or outside, it was on the entrance. Neither it was daytime or nighttime, it was Sandhya Kala. It was a time between the day and nighttime. Neither it was an animal or a human, it was a mix of animal and human. The Lord did not use any weapon, and he used something which is living or non-living. He killed with the living or non-living, because the nail can be said as living or non-living, because you can say it's living, it grows. When you cut it, doesn't pain. You can say it's non-living. Therefore, it's a combination of both. With his nail, he ripped him apart. He satisfied all the boon that Brahma gave, and Hiranyakashipu was finished. Hiranyakashipu was finished. As soon as Hiranyakashipu was finished, the Lord went back and sat on the throne with, again, he was not settled down yet. He was still angry. Narasimhadev was still angry, but then Brahma came, Indra came, Lord Shiva came, Vayu came, Yamana came, and from Pitruloka, the Pitrus came, all those people from different planets came. They all started praising the Lord to pacify him. None of them could pacify the Lord. Finally, they decided, Prahlad, it is because of you the Lord appeared into this world. Therefore, it is you who had to pacify him. And Prahlad went and sat without any fear. without any fear. He went and stood in front of Narsimhadev and he did stotram. He praised the Lord, and Lord Narsimhadev became very, very pleased and very happy. And they said, my dear Prahlad, tell me that what is that you want now? I will give you whatever you want. I will whatever the boon that you want, I will satisfy your boon. Ask me what you want. At that point of time, Lord Narsimhadev is also giving an additional, without even being asked, he is telling, Narsimhadev is telling, anyone who understands Prahlad's qualities will all be free from any material desires. If people chant your glories, he's telling, Narsimhadev is telling, anyone chants Prahlad, your qualities and your glories, there will be free from material desires. This is one Palastuti. Anyone who talks about Prahlad. Now, with that said, now Palastuti is that Narsimhadev is asking, what is the boon that you want? And Prahlad is saying, my dear Lord, I don't want any boon. I want only one boon. I want a boon where I do not ask you for any boon. Did you all hear that? Did you all hear what I said? God is telling, Narsimhadev is telling, ask for a boon. And Prahlad is telling, okay, I'll ask for the boon. My boon is, I want a boon where I should not ask for any boon from you. Wow. What a boon is that? That means what? I don't need to ask for a boon because you know what I need. You give what I need. You are my father. You are a caretaker. You are my shelter. Therefore, what is it I need to ask for myself? How do I know what is good for me? You know what is good for me. Therefore, you do what is good for me. That is why Prahlad is great Bhakta. That is why he is great Bhakta. But then the Lord insisted him, ask for something, ask for something. And then because he was insisting so much, Prahlad said, my dear Lord, I'll ask you one thing. Now also he is not asking for himself. My dear Lord, my father out of ignorance committed offense to you. And he has committed offense to me. Please forgive my father. Please forgive my father. And Narsimhadev said, my dear Prahlad, you are such a wonderful devotee. Because you are my devotee, 21 generation of yours are all blessed. Because one person become a devotee in a family, this is the beauty of what to become a devotee means. One person becomes a devotee, Krishna devotee, 21 generation are saved. They all got mercy of God, 21 generation. What a best gift can a person can give for the family members. What a best gift. We can give money to the family. We can make whatever, everything to her. One person becomes a sincere devotee. We can see here, one great devotee. One person becomes devotee. We are all saved. The family members are saved. That is what he has done to the family. How grateful we should be for what he has done. That's the greatness. Now, after saying this one, the Lord said, now you become the king, rule the kingdom, and then you come back to me, and you can come back to me. Now, let's see the Palastuti, and we can end the chapter 4. The Palastuti. Let's go to the Palastuti. Now, Palastuti is that where anyone who hears and chants the narration of this episode, whatever is, anyone who heard the story today attentively, they will certainly be liberated from this world. If we have paid faith in what has been told here, what we heard, they will be liberated from this world. And they will become free of anxiety of what is going to happen in my life. There shouldn't be any anxiety. After this lifetime, we all will go back to Krishna Loka. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Dev ki jai. Thank you all very much. We'll take few questions. Thank you. It's already, since we are all at home, respective home, there is no rush for us to, go back now. We can have little questions and answer session. Please, if anyone has any question and answer, we can have a couple of questions. Thank you. I cannot understand that question. Okay, looks like everyone is completely satisfied. Content.
Gopalji, I think Neil has a question. My son, he was listening us. Okay, now say. Why did Prahlad didn't get hurt?
Why he didn't get hurt?
Why did Prahlad did not get hurt?
Yes, when the father was doing, he threw him, he was listening from the cliff. So why didn't he get hurt? I did tell him, but he wants to, I think, ask that question.
Well, now when you go outside, when it rains, what's your name? Neil, you said?
Neil, yeah.
Neil, when
Yeah.
when it rains outside, do you wear a raincoat and go outside, or carry an umbrella and go outside,
Yes.
so that you don't get wet, correct?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And then when you get, say, if you get itchy on your hand, you apply some ointment, right? You apply some medicine so that you don't feel bad, correct? Oh, Neil,
Yes.
that's you, Neil. You looks like Prahlad. Nice to see you, Neil.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you see, when it's too hot, right? You wear a cap, Nike, Nike branded cap, Reebok cap, right?
Yeah,
Very good.
Yeah. You have Reebok cap, right? Yeah. So when it's hot, you wear a cap to protect your head from sun, and you wear a raincoat. Oh, who is that second Prahlad?
What's your name, Nat? Nat.
What's your name?
Nat. N-E-T-H. N-A-T-H.
Nat.
Nat.
Okay. Nat. Okay. Nice. So, like how you protect yourself by wearing raincoat, how you protect yourself by wearing cap to be, from the heat, right? Likewise, Prahlad was not getting hurt because he was always chanting, protected by chanting Krishna's name. By chanting.
Yes.
Can you chant with me now? Can you kneel and
Tell you something.
One second. Kneel and Nath,
Hare Krishna.
tell me what I say. Can you repeat what I say? Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
If you chant like this, Krishna will give protection. That's what Prahlad did. Therefore,
Yeah.
there you go. Therefore, when Prahlad was chanting, he was not getting hurt at all. Krishna was protecting him all the time. Okay?
Why was all of the gods not getting hurt?
What is it?
Why?
Like so many, all of the gods. I know there's a book, but
Yeah.
I
Which
forgot.
one? Which one? The Lakshmi?
No.
Saraswati.
Saraswati and the stolen Soma.
Saraswati and the stolen Somra.
I know that.
The mother has to help me to understand.
There's a book called Saraswati Devi and Stolen Somras. So he was talking about those demigods when they stole those Somras. So,
So what's the question about stealing the somras? You have a problem with it?
Okay. Sorry, they have. Here, what's your question?
That's in Bhagavad Gita book. Does it have all the questions you need or not? That's what's my question. In the Bhagavad Gita book.
In the Bhagavad Gita book, what is it?
Does it
Why don't we do something? Why don't we do something? Mom, you're there?
Hanji.
Abhiya, Why don't you, after the snow stops, after things melts off, why don't you bring them? Let's sit and talk to them, and we can
Yes.
try to answer their questions.
Hanji, yes, I will.
Excuse me.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay, no, no, okay. Hanji, sorry.
No, don't. That's okay. That's okay. They are very cute. They have a lot of curious, nice questions.
Okay.
Mommy, can you please
No,
give me the
no,
phone?
we will talk to them. We'll go.
You
We'll
should.
see them. Yes, I will. You can answer all those. You'll get all your questions. We can talk about Hanji. Yes.
I tell you something.
Okay.
Very
Sorry.
good. No,
Sorry.
that's
I'll
that's
just
fine.
no, beta.
That's
No,
fine.
not.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Any other kids joined today from our Goloka school kids or any other kids?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare
Someone?
Krishna Prabhuji.
B. Vaishvi, Rukmini. Okay.
Prabhuji, I like.
Anirudh. I heard Anirudh voice.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mahati, very good. You're also here.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Oh, Krishna is here. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Nice. Oh, I think Bhavya, is that Bhavya, right? Gauransh and Bhavya, I guess they're also here.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Nice to see you all.
Prabhuji, I like the whole class.
Okay. Thank
Devotee.
you. That's Prahlad story everyone loves anyway. Okay. Who's this little one?
Avya.
Oh, you're Avya. You're that Avya. Okay. Nice. Okay. Thank you all very much for joining today. And wait for tomorrow is going to be an elephant story. It's going to be an elephant story. I hope you all will join to hear this elephant story. So please join back tomorrow at 6 p.m. An interesting elephant story. Okay. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
No, we haven't. I unmute yourself.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Neil.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sukhdevji, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna ji.
Hare Krishna.